In this video, I'll show you some of the interface within Power Apps Power Platform, which a developer should be aware of. Now, there are many things which a developer needs while building an application. Like an example would be a URL to OData, or a web service, or the logical name, or the schema name. Okay, so these are some of the things which developer needs day in day out while building applications in Microsoft Power Apps. Now, sometimes this interface is a bit hidden, or you might know that such interface exists, but it might not come into your mind like where it resides currently, because there's a lot of classic and modern interface application which are currently in the system. So some of there is no complete parity between the classic and the modern interface. So we have some settings within classic, we have some settings within modern interface. So I'll go through some of the things which developer need to be aware of. So I have just classified basically five of the items. So session details Power Platform, session details Power Apps, table tools, Power Apps Developer Resource Modern, Power Apps Developer Resource Classic. Now, if you go into session details for Power Apps, you will see some information like the timestamp, session ID, tenant ID, object ID, PPAC UI, PPAC UI location, API location. Now, these are some important information which you may need while building or supporting any application within Power Apps, or Power Automate, or any other application which you use within the Power Apps ecosystem. So, this is an important thing. Similarly, we have a session detail at an app level. So if you want to know the session ID, or the tenant ID, or the object ID, or the org ID, or the instance URL, or the environment ID, or which cluster does it belong to, this can also be extracted using the Power App session details. Then we have table tools. So if you have built any custom application, or if you have custom table, then you can identify the the set name, the schema name, the logical name, and also you can get a direct link to the API for the table definition or the table data using this interface. Now, this is useful if you're building a Power Automate flow, and if you want to get to know the logical name, or the schema name, or maybe the set name, or maybe if you're using a tool like Postman to post data to that particular say site, and if you want a specific link, then you can make use of this interface. Power Apps Developer Resource. Now, this is also an important thing. Like if you want to know the Web API endpoint, or organization ID, or the environment ID, or the environment unique name, or the discovery endpoint, these can be extracted using the developer resources. A bit of classic interface, same or similar information, but then this has got the discovery web API, organization service, discovery service, and the instance web API. Now I'll show you how all these things can be extracted. So let's jump into the system. Okay, so I'm in the Power Platform Admin Center. So this is my Power Platform Admin Center. So we'll go one by one. So first thing, once you are in a Power Platform Admin Center, and here you will see all the list of environments. Now on the right hand side, you will see a setting icon. So if you click on settings, there you will see a link called a session details. So if you click on session detail, this is the first screen which I showed you. So it will give you information about the session ID, the tenant ID, object ID. Now this will all be different depending on which tenant you log into. So there is a PPAC UI, PPAC location. If you want to know which location this tenant resides in, there's all information. You can find it, and you can also copy it. So once it is copied, it will be uh, uh, saved in your clipboard. So this is about Power Platform Admin Center session details. Now, once you're in the make.power apps interface, now I'm in one of the environments. So this is Girish Dev. Now here, if I click on this settings icon, here I can see there is something called as the session details. So I'll click on session details. Now this is within the context of an environment. So here, environment specific information, like the tenant ID or the object ID, and what is the build name for this particular version of Power Apps, organization ID, the unique name, the instance URL, the environment ID, the cluster environment category, geo name. So all these informations are readily available. Now, this information maybe one day you may need to use within any of your application if you're building some integration with, say, Power Automate, or if you want to consume some third party resources, or if you are operating on a specific environment and you want to know the environment ID or the cluster environment. So all this information can be extracted. Again, on that similar term, you can copy the details and you can paste it in your say notepad or any other system. Now that's about the session detail. Now over here itself, you will find something called as a developer resources. So if I click on developer resources, here you will see the environment unique name, environment ID, org ID, web API endpoint. Now, where this is used, like if you are using or consuming that OData services, okay, if you want to update or read information of your Dataverse table in a, say, third party system, or by using, say, Postman, or maybe if you want to import data from one environment to another, this is important to know. Okay. uh, and there is discovery endpoint. So this is like the modern interface. Okay, so now there is another way through which you can go into the classic interface. I'll go through that shortly, but before than that, let me go into, say, one of the tables. So I have built uh, an application. Now it uses a table called as, say, airlines. Now here there are some important information which you can extract, like, say, if you go into the tools, you can copy the set name. So if I click on copy set name, and if I do a Windows V, I have copied this set name. I can copy the schema name. So again, if we do Windows V, this is the schema name. Tools, copy logical name. Now this is useful when you're utilizing Power Automate Flow or any other system which uses logical name. This is how you can copy the logical name for that particular table. uh, if I click on API link to table definition, so that will give me the link to the URL basically. Now this is the OData link, and then I can get all the information. I can get the URL, and along with that, I get an output of a JSON response. Similarly, if I go to tools, API link to table data, all the table data, I can see this information over here. Now it may look garble, like, say, some jumbled text over here, but then if you properly parse this JSON, you will get the real information from here. Now it has got various information stored over here. So if you just parse this properly, you can extract various information from the JSON. Now, if you go to column level, so if I go into the column and if I go into, say, one of the column, now within the column level, you can go into advanced option and you can extract the schema name, you can extract the logical name. So these all information you can extract. Similarly, at a table level, if you go into the properties, here you can go into advanced option and here you can get the schema name, the logical name, and other information required to build the application. So I'll just close this off. Now, the thing which is remaining is on the developer resources. So now, in Power Platform Admin Center, if I navigate to, say, one of the environment, now I can go into the settings. Now within settings, I can navigate to various links. Now any link which opens in a different tab, here it will show you this information, right? Now if I go into, say, auto numbering, it will open that interface and it will open uh, the screen. But here you will not see any menu, okay, on the top. Like if I go to bulk deletion, it opens that bulk deletion interface, but then there's no way to go into the classical interface. Now for that, what you can do is, say, if I'm in solution, I have an option to switch to classic. So I can navigate to the classic solution interface. Now here I can navigate to the classic solution interface, and then I can uh, go into various other areas. Okay. Now let me show you another way. So I need to show you the developer resources. Now here there is a link. So I have already opened that link over here. So let me show you this imports or a sample data. So I'll just click on all this link. Now it opens in a different interface, which is like a classic interface. Now I just showed you a while back how to access the developer resources. Now, this is a developer resources which will give you the discovery endpoint and the web API endpoint. Okay, so these are the couple of information which the developer resource will provide you. There is another way to navigate to the classical interface of the developer resources screen. So if I click on settings, and now if I go to advanced settings, that will take you to the classic application if the modern admin center is not enabled. Then from here, you can navigate to various other options. So I'll go into customizations, and within customization, I have something called as a developer resources. Now here in developer resources, you get to see a couple of more URL. Now we saw a couple of URL within the modern developer resources setting. Now here you get a URL of organization service. You can even download a WSDL. Here you can get a discovery service. You can again download a WSDL. This is discovery.svc. This is organization.svc. And the web API, you can even download the OData metadata from here. Okay. And this is the discovery URL. And also we have an instance of the web API, the OData. I can download the OData metadata from here as well. Okay, so this is also one of the way. Now there are many things which you cannot download the OData metadata within the modern interface, but for that you may need to switch to this classic interface. So these are like some of the area which developers should be aware of while building an application. So we have seen multiple things. We have seen session details, we have seen session details at an app level, session details at a admin center level, developer resource, modern developer resource, classic, and also we have gone through the tables by extracting information like the schema name, logical name, set name, etc. So that's it, folks. Thanks for watching.